Roller derby in general is a hard-hitting, fast-skating sport with a bunch of ladies on the track working together to score lots of points. A lot of people think of roller derby as a very aggressive sport. To me, it's more of a tactical sport with skating fast, making a great hit, knocking someone out of bounds. You get a big rush from that, but also working well with your teammates to make a great play. That, yeah, it makes me feel really powerful. It makes me, and it's exciting. It's an exciting game to watch and to play because things happen so fast. My derby name is Abs of Steel, but my real name is Abby. I've lived in the Netherlands for almost 10 years now. During the day, I restore old master paintings, so that's a big difference from my roller derby persona. During the day, I do very precise work. I get to deal with expensive objects, and by night, I'm a roller derby player. But they're both different sides to my personality that I embrace pretty fully. Well, roller derby is played on an oval track inside. There are 5 players on each team. 4 of them are blockers and 1 of them is the jammer. And the jammer gets points each time she passes the hips of one of the blockers. So the first time she skates around, she doesn't score any points. The second time she gets a point for each person she passes. Blockers can stop the jammer by going past using positional blocking. That's sort of using your booty and using your back to keep the jammer behind you. You can also make hits with your shoulders, with your hips, sort of a body check with one side of your body. And of course the jammer is trying to get through the pack by any means necessary, by squeezing through, hitting the blockers out of the way, and skating really fast to avoid hits. The referees their main job is keeping us safe. There are lots of referees, 7 or more watching a game at a time. 2 of them are dedicated to just watching the jammers. There's the head referee. There are people inside the track and outside the track. They're watching everything that's going on because although it seems like a sport where there's a lot of big hits and bodies flying everywhere, there are really strict rules as to what you can and can't do. The roller derby scene in the Netherlands started with the Amsterdam Derby Dames, but since then, in the last 5 years, it's really picked up steam. There are, at the moment, 15 or 16 teams in the Netherlands. There was just a small teams tournament where the teams with less experience got to play against each other, and we're having our second national championship this year. So the scene is growing fast, and all of these different cities have their own leagues. I've always been into contact sports. I played rugby for a number of years, and when I moved to the Netherlands I did a bit of speed skating and rollerblading. And when I was on the Friday night skate, I saw a couple of girls in an Amsterdam Derby Dames t-shirt. I thought, hey, roller derby, that has something with contact and skating, I'm going to check that out. Anyone of any body type can find a place in roller derby. Of course there are hard hits and you've got to be able to be a bit tough, but yeah, anyone can learn to skate. Being a bigger person, you can take up more room and make giant hits. Perhaps being a smaller person, you can squeeze through in between them. And everyone of any type can play. Of course, before the game, the atmosphere is pretty tense and exciting. And then during the game itself, you get so caught up in the moment because there are people coming on and off the track every couple of minutes. You don't really have time to think about the atmosphere, but with people cheering you on in the stands and people sitting in the suicide seats up close to you, it's pretty exciting. My husband is very supportive of me playing roller derby. He comes to all of my games, and I can hear him scream the loudest when I score some points as jammer. Hi, I'm Abs of Steel. I'm from Canada. I've been living in Amsterdam for 10 years. I restore old master paintings, and I've been playing roller derby for 4 years.